It is a sad day and a bad day in southern Florida. Devastating news as Aleksander Barkov goes down with a monstrous injury, ACL and MCL tear, done for possibly the entire season and playoffs. We got to get into how this affects the Florida Panthers and their hopes of a three-peat.
I hate sports injuries so much, and I just hate them in preseason and practice and shit more than anything. Like, you can kind of live with it when you're like, well, you know, they were out there competing in a game. But just when it doesn't even happen in the season, it's such a killer.
It is so shit, man. I can't. They drive me insane. Abolish the preseason. I don't care if players like it. I would rather you get hurt in game one of the season and people be like, they were unprepared, than have you get hurt in meaningless fucking hockey games. It drives me absolutely nuts. It's so fucking devastating. And yeah, man, I feel like we need to take some personal responsibility here. When we did our Atlantic preview, we literally said, after declaring no injuries can be mentioned, that the only thing that could go wrong for this team is injuries. And frankly, this is without a doubt the worst injury that could possibly happen to this team. And he is one of two players on the team that could get injured, and they frankly don't have a response to it. It's brutal.
Okay, first thing, dude, is we joked about this in real time and then you tweeted it, but we were like, imagine if Berg came out of retirement. Because he was like,
a joke.
He was like, I want to play with Marshy. So
it's not
I'll
even a joke.
retirement, win Selke. I'll just win the Selke, just like Sasha was going to, and then we win the, and I get my cup that I've been chasing since 2011.
It's not even a joke, dude. Like, it's genuinely, I'm not joking, CP. If I am Zito,
yeah,
I call him. I literally
100%.
I text Brad Marchand. I bring him into my office and I go, give me Patrice Bergeron's number. We're going to call him together.
Yeah.
And you know that Berg is going to be like, dude, I'm not in shape to play. I can't do it. And Zito be like this. Understand, I'm telling you right now, door is open. We have a paid, beautiful condo here for you in Lauderdale by the beach. You can practice here, you can train here, you can get ready, and that door is literally gaping open. It's a garage door, and it's up. It is wide open for you to walk through whenever you want. I would give him that opportunity and opening all season long. Let him train. Let it burn. Let it burn all night. I would let him go all night long and be like, dude, whenever you want, come. I swear to God, I would make that offer if I were Zito.
Dude, but you're right, Dan, because, bro, what would you say about Johnny Tays in our Central preview? Johnny Tays 25 again. Johnny Tays is not 37, he's 25 again.
Dude.
Patrice Bergeron, his body has been completely healed, dude, by the fountain of youth. He's fucking 25 years old. You'll be getting Sasha-level play. Just bring him in. Bring him into Florida.
Seasoned vets like that, Stanley Cup-winning, Selke-winning vets like that, sometimes a little time off does the body good.
Dude,
it's amazing.
What do you think? I don't know your answer, but people, when you tweeted that, people got pissed. I mean, like, fake mad, but they were like, dude, take this down. I'm pissed. Like, I wouldn't stand for this. I'm saying right now, dude, I would be fucking overjoyed if Patrice Bergeron came back and got to play with Brad and win. I would run naked through the streets of Florida if Patrice Bergeron got to lift a cup one more time.
I would get hard. It would get me. It would literally make my penis hard and erect. I would be sexually aroused if Patrice Bergeron, watching the Florida Panthers tweet out a number 37 jersey with I would die. I would literally die. And you know what? I'll say this. I'll say a few things. It is mind blowing to me when fans get mad about this stuff, and I'm glad I put in the caveat in the tweet at the bottom. I put in parentheses, sorry for the Rage Bait Bruins fans. And I think that made the responses, the Bruins fan responses were very funny. A lot of quote tweets with like gifs of being like, kill this man. Like They enjoyed and embraced the Rage Bait / the joke. But a lot of them were like, genuinely, I would jump off a bridge if this happened.
I don't get it, dude.
You know what? I will say this, Chris.
It's sick he's only been a Bruin. It's sick he's only been a Bruin, so like I hear that.
I agree. I don't even really care about that.
Yeah.
Normally, my take on this stuff, and it's how I feel about the Penguins fans who get all butthurt about Crosby and Malkin. Normally, I am like, dude, there's a massive difference between what that fucking rat coward loser Ray Allen did, where like you left a playoff team, a good team, to another team that like beat you. That is bullshit. The Bruins are not a playoff team. Mm-hmm. Like the people who were mad about Brad, I was like, we're in last place. We're in last place. What are you upset about? The Bork thing was like they weren't making it. Like let him go. So, especially a guy who's retired, like to go rejoin Brad and like try to win another. Who would possibly be upset about that? The one thing I will say, this summer, when Brad was doing his thank you Bruins thing, which I thought was amazing and loved. Seeing some Florida fans who I love, Florida fans, you know I love you, who were doing the like we own you Boston thing, I was getting a little itchy with that because I was like, guys, calm down. Yep. Like you are the steal of the NHL right now, no doubt, and we defend you all day, but we don't need to be talking about owning teams, this, that, and the other. You have 2 Stanley Cups in your history. Like keep it going, but like calm down. And they would forever be able to put Bruins fans not 6 feet underground, 60 feet underground. If they were like, we literally took your last 2 captains.
And gave them cups.
Gave them cups. While you idiots are missing the play. Like, I would get it. Get it.
Okay, so to talk about the actual issue here, there, in my opinion, and sorry you have to hear this, Panthers fans, there is no way this man plays this year. I know everyone's like, playoffs, I'm trying to do the timeline. Just there's no way.
I completely agree.
Because, dude, it's too you want him to like speed recover an ACL and then jump into the playoffs, into a Eastern Conference final game. Are you fucking insane? So and wrap your head around that.
Yeah, and to me, I think the larger issue in that regard is, a double knee ligament tear at 30 years old, like greatest surgeon possibly in the country, in the world, who did his surgery down in Florida, by the way.
Yeah.
That said, he is signed till 2030. Kachuk is signed till 2030. Reinert is signed till 2030. Bennett is signed till 2030. Verhaeghe is signed till 2030. Marchand is signed till 2030. Lundell is signed till 2030. Seth Jones is signed till 2030. Ekblad is signed till 2030. Forsling is signed till 2030. This team...
Why risk it, dude? A 3-peat would be sick, but why risk anything, dude?
And keep in mind, dude, let me do the ages of those guys all respectively. 30, 27, 29, 29, 30, 37, 23, 30, 29, 29. Like, they're not going anywhere.
Yep.
And people talk about, oh, well, Bob is 37. Bob makes $10 million. So if you don't think they're going to figure out a way to get a goalie through a trade, dude, there are good goalies out there who I'm sure their contracts are coming up, and if you don't think they're going, Bob is gone soon, I might just go ahead and take that $10 million space and be their goalie moving forward. This team is not in desperation. We got to get a cup this year. They've won 2 in a row. They've been to 3 straight. Literally every guy I just named is 30 or younger, except for Brad Marchand, who was a deadline addition.
And remember they signed Bussy too, Dan?
Yeah, and I was like, God damn it, that motherfucker is going to be amazing. And also, Chris, if we want to play that game, Tarasov is good. He's only 26 years old. Like, he's a fantastic pickup. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Barkov. We're talking about this injury. I do not think they need to do anything. I understand the fans, and I understand the narrative, especially with like the situation of the East doesn't feel that strong. There's an easy chance of a 3-peat, and I know you want the 3-peat. There is zero reason to rush this guy back. Abso-fucking-lutely zero. Like, legitimately, I would shut him down for the year right now. Figure out what you can do, and listen, go for it for sure. But we don't know what's going to happen, man. 3 straight cup appearances. There were some people asking, do you think if this injury is a result of too much hockey? I don't think it is. I think it was a total freak accident, such a bummer. But there is no reason to try to make this man play this year.
Obviously, you have the Panthers were very up against the cap, trying to make all that magic work with the guys that they brought back. Now, you're going to be able to put Barkov on long-term IR. He'll be out for the year. Do you think, just knee-jerk, because they've been calling Lundell Baby Barkov forever, for all the teams that could lose a guy like that, you said he's one of two guys that's not replaceable. Sasha Barkov is not replaceable, but I would argue they actually kind of at least have a prototype, where some teams are like, I don't have that guy at all. The Panthers kind of do. Do you think they try to solve this in-house, or is this like 100% they're bringing somebody in?
I think that's the big question, right? Is like, yes, I do think Lundell can do that job, but he's Baby Barkov, and he's the heir apparent, in my opinion, in 6 years. I don't think
correct.
He's like, so frankly, if I were them, I would not fuck with that third line. Look how effective that third line was.
Insane.
We talk about it all the time. You have to win the battles. You have to win the chess match. I would not compromise potentially two lines when you could keep that together. And what I would do is look to make, I mean, dude, Jack Roslovic is just sitting around without a job. And to me, I look at that as a situation as the wingers that whatever the center you plug in on that first line are playing with, they're going to be carrying you. Like, you're going to be just fine playing with those guys. So I would look out of house. I don't think I would try to fix this situation by moving guys around. I think that third line is so fantastic, and I wouldn't mess with it.
Bring somebody in.
I would try to bring somebody in.
Yeah, any trade targets, and one I'll start because it always comes up. It's been coming up for years. Different player, obviously. I'm not saying you're going to get the level of defense, of course, but is Evgeny Malkin. And
Fuck
if
you,
bring
dude. That's literally my take. I tweeted that from my personal account. You're stealing my takes now?
Dude, Wish was on our show 2 years ago and said the Panthers call about Malkin every year. That's the only reason I know this. So it's Wish's take, which he has heard from their mouth. So it's not even a take. It's just a fact. They have been trying to get Malkin out of Pittsburgh for years. So, and dude, I actually was shocked. You're so good at this. You know what he makes?
Didn't he just re-sign for like... I thought it was 6, but maybe it's less now.
No, it is 6-1. I was like, oh, that's going to be tough to pry out of that. He makes 6-1. And again, like I know they have to work some cat magic, but I was like, that is such a manageable thing to bring in for Evgeny Malkin.
If you shut down Barkov for the season, I don't think you have to manage much at all. I think that's like done.
And Malkin, Dan, the last 3 years, 83 and 82, which was his last great year, 67 and 82, 50 and 68. So it's not like, obviously he's getting older, but he's like, if you're not asking him to do much, like you just said, on a team like this, where I'm like, hey, dude, just do your thing, that's really interesting. I mean,
I tweeted it immediately, and I said, with the Barkov injury, Evgeny Malkin makes a lot of sense for Florida. I appreciate the clarification of he's not the same player. Dude, yeah, to me, I'm like, this is the biggest no-brainer of all time, other than the Bergeron thing.
Yeah.
No,
those are the
two
options,
Malkin,
dude. Berg or Malkin.
Yeah.
I'm like, they win the cup either way, dude. They win the cup either way.
I don't think Malkin costs more than a second-round pick and a prospect. And correct me if I'm wrong. I believe, in 2026 they have 2 second-round picks. They have no first-round picks. They have no third-round picks. Like, they would be willing to move that. If you go, here's a second-round pick, here's a prospect, give us Evgeny Malkin. I don't even think you need to do much cap. Maybe you add a player. Maybe you add, a role guy who is going to make, something work. But, man, like, I love the move. I think it makes a ton of sense. I understand Pens fans get mad about it, and they say Crosby and Malkin aren't going anywhere. But the piper has to be paid eventually here in Pittsburgh if you want a future, because you're not making playoffs. So
I gotta believe they feel better about him too. Like, he's already been like, this is my last year there. Like, I'm gone. So they're like, okay, then go. Let's get us back something.
Yeah, and like Malkin has that sick quote. Like he said something like, like with Sid or nowhere. Like, he was just like, I'm not leaving, dude. I love that. But I do think Florida's, and it's not just Florida, but a team like Florida's just got something about him, dude. Like, look at Brad Marchand. Marchand has played his whole life in Boston. He's the captain of Boston. They tried to move him, and he was like, what the fuck, dude? No, I do not want to go. And they were like, well, we've got to figure something out here. Is there anywhere you would go? And he was like, yes, Florida. So there is part of me that just thinks and wonders if you go, hey, Malkin, do you want to go to Florida and play with Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe? He's probably like...
So then you go Bennett, Erod, Tkachuk, Verhaeghe, Malkin, Reinhart, Luostarinen, Lundell, Marchand.
Yes. That's what
Yeah. Like, that's awesome.
And, yeah, I mean, to me, it just feels like it's such a win-win, dude. Like, Malkin had 50 points last year, and he's, 38 years old, 37 years old?
38,
Look
I
that up
think.
for
I'll
me.
check right now. Yeah. He was
Like,
38.
if
50 and 68 as a 38-year-old.
Yeah, like, so he's turning 39 this season.
He'll be 39.
If you're Florida and you're telling me, or Pittsburgh, and you're telling me you could get a second-round pick and a prospect for him, and you look at Malkin and you go, hey, do you want to go down south, sit in the sun for a season, play with the Stanley Cup winners, and try to win another? That is the biggest win-win-win for everybody.
He comes off the books next year, dude. Doesn't hurt Florida at all. They fit him with the LTIR, and it's gone next year. And he retires. He wins the cup and retires.
It's just such a win-win-win-win. And like, I know that there are Pitt fans fucking screaming right now, being like, well, it's not a win for us because Sid is mad and blah. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
Sid's leaving too.
I love that move. Tyler Seguin has been kicked around a little bit. I think that money is harder. Sags makes 9. I think.
Oh yeah,
9
yeah.
flat
Well,
or
I guess
9.5.
if they shut him down, to your point, but yes, that's harder, obviously.
But again, I apologize. I don't have the CBA down pat. I don't believe if they shut him down on season-ending IR, I do not believe all 10 of that frees up.
Yeah, you don't get the 10. Yeah.
So like, I think it would be a little harder to figure out, and I believe Seguin makes almost 10. He makes like 9.8. So that would be tougher. And like I said, dude, I think a healthy Sags could be. Sags is fucking 33 years old.
Dude,
he's definitely had some injury stuff, but like, I wouldn't mess with that one.
Do you think do you think anything gets done like immediately, or is this like, hey, we're going to start the season, see how it goes, we're going to try to bring somebody in, or are they like, dude, we're trying to get something right now?
I think absolutely start the season. It would feel, honestly, unless it's something as clean as what Malkin feels like to me, unless it's something that clean, I think they start the season because, listen, we've talked about it a million times. I know it's Barkov. This is the deepest team I've ever seen in my fucking life. Mm-hmm. So they kind of need to put their nuts on the table here and be like, yeah, we are. Even without Sasha, we're going to figure it out. And we'll see. But you are without Sasha and Tkachuk. And this whole team, literally, like essentially the entire roster has been to 3 straight Stanley Cup final. That's a lot of hockey. So I think they start, and like through 20 games, they'll probably assess here, like, how fucking brutal is this for us?
I agree. I think they won't. Nothing will get done first, but I'm positive they're making calls right now. And my 2 final questions for you. One, and I can't even believe I have to ask this, but everybody's been asking it online. There's no way this team misses the playoffs as currently constructed. Like, I know you're out Tkachuk till Christmas, you're out Barkov all year. This is still a playoff hockey team.
I agree completely. I do not think that this team misses the playoffs, but I do think if they don't make a move with the line juggling, with the wheels, with the miles on the wheels, I think that they are a 3, like we picked, like a 3, or I think I picked them second. Yes.
Yeah, maybe 2. I did too.
They're a 3-4 seed. Like they're gonna feel this. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And I do think that's what Florida fans need to understand is like there's been a number of reactions. There's been the obvious devastation, and to take a quick moment to say, I think the worst part about this is Olympics. Like Sasha Barkov, he got a short taste in 2014. People forget that. I think he was like 19 years old, and he got in on that team for a little bit. But like, he's their best player. He was so fired up about Olympics playing for Finland, and now he misses that. Like, that's fucking heartbreaking. But yeah, there's a lot of people saying like Lundell's gonna be fine, Bennett's gonna be fine. Listen, they're gonna be okay, but like, they will feel this, no doubt about it. You just lost the best 2-way center in the NHL. That is fucking brutal.
And I'll roll that right into my second thing, which was going to be, and I can't wait to be sitting at Elbow Room with the cup getting made fun of by the Panthers players again. But I don't think this team, as currently constructed with him out, can pull off the three-peat. I just think it's too much hockey. They're missing too vital of a piece. If they bring in somebody, I will revise this completely.
Yeah,
but I just, even with all the firepower, I'm like, I don't think this team can do it.
Yeah, it's hard, right? I mean, I don't even think you've got some of the best guys. Like Rhino says it all the time. Chucky says it all the time. They're like, he is our best player. He is they're like, he's the best player in the NHL.
Yeah.
So I think they would be the first to be like, oh, dude, this is fucking awful. Can you beat Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl 2 years in a row in the Stanley Cup final without him? I think they would say no, too.
Yeah.
But that's also different because you're looking at it as the component that did it. Now that they're prepared to do it without him, I think they believe they have the capability of figuring it out. But, I mean, it's fucking insane, man.
It's a good point, though, Dan. Paul Maurice said a really cool quote. We can end with this. He was like, we know now. We know the situation. Like, it's not like you're surprised by anything. This is the situation. Yes. We have the group to figure out based on the current situation, and we will move forward. And I think that's it's the correct attitude, obviously, but he's 100% spot on. And if there was any fucking team, any team that could lose their best player, and I could still even be having thoughts about them winning a Stanley Cup, it's the Panthers. Every other team, I'd be like, you're done, obviously. The Panthers, I'm like, they actually maybe. So, yeah, it'll be crazy.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, tough times in Florida, but if there's a team who can figure it out, it's them. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on any trades, any line juggling, but crazy fireworks to start the year.
Send me Berg.